Hello, good day, viewers. You're welcome to today's class. I remain your tutor, Aisha Bende. The series continues for 2024 essay questions. Today we shall look at question number 8, which reads, two observers, Abu and Badu, 46 meters apart, observe a bird on a vertical pole from the same side of the bird. The angles of elevation of the bird from Abu's and Badu's eyes are 40 and 48 degrees respectively. If at the foot of the pole Abu and Badu are on the same horizontal, we ask to illustrate the information in the diagram as the first question, while the second question says we should calculate correct to one decimal place the height of the pole. So let's begin solving. For us to solve, as the first question here indicates that we should represent this information on the diagram. In the diagram, so it says two observers, Abu and Badu. That means we have Abu at point A and Badu at point B. So Abu is here. This is where Abu stands, and we have Badu at point B. So this is Badu. Okay, they are standing 46 meter apart, right? And also we have the angles of elevation. So there is a pole at the end here. This is the pole, and let's illustrate this, okay, as the bird. So there's a pole at the top of this bird here. Let's call this bird is at a point, let's call it C, and we have the foot of the pole, right? So this is the foot of the pole, and this is the H, which is the height for the pole. Abu is looking at this bird here at an angle of 40 degrees, while Badu is looking at the same bird at an angle of, so we have to complete this is 48 degrees. Looking at this now, we can see that we have an angle here of 90 degrees. So from all the information given from the question, we've interpreted this in a diagram. So this is the illustration, okay, of the diagram from that is interpreting this question. So all of the parameters from the question has been interpreted from here. And there's another thing we need to observe from the foot of the pole. Let's say point D. As you can see, from D to B to D, we are not giving the value for the distance, right? So let's call it X. So that means the distance from Abu to the foot of the pole is going to be 46 plus X. So this is the complete diagram representation. So now let's go to question B, which says that we should find the height of the pole. So this is the height. The height is at CD. So as you can see, this diagram has three triangles. We have triangle ACD, we have triangle ACB, and also we have triangle BCD. So for us to find the height of the pole, there are two triangles we need to consider in this question. We consider triangle BCD and also triangle ACD. So these are the two triangles we're going to consider to get the height of this pole in this question. So now consider the smaller triangle, which is triangle BCD. Let's sketch out the triangle. The triangle is this way, okay? So here we have CD, and at this point here we have B. Here we have the angle of 48 degrees. We have the H here, which is the height, and also we have X here. So from here, we can use the trig function of tan. So we can say tan 48. We know tan is opposite over adjacent, right? But let's label this triangle. The BC is the hypotenuse. We have the opposite as CD, and also the BD, which is the adjacent. So now we have tan 48, and we know that tan is what? Opposite over what? Adjacent. So we have tan 48 is equals to the opposite, which is H, over the adjacent, which is X. So from this point now, we can cross multiply. If we cross multiply, we have X is equals to X times tan 48. So we are going to punch now from our calculator. We have tan 48, which gives a value of 1.11. So now we have H is equals to 1.11x. We call this our equation 1. Okay. So moving on now, let's consider triangle ACD. Let's bring out the triangle. We have the triangle this way. This is A, we have C, and we have D. C to D is H. We have A to D, which is 46 plus X. And also we have the angle at point A, which is 40 degrees. So this is the diagram we have. So now let's use another trig function, which is tan theta. So we have tan 40 is equals to opposite over adjacent. So AC is the hypotenuse, opposite is CD, and the adjacent is AD, right? So now let's substitute tan theta 40 the opposite, which is H, over our adjacent now, which is 46 plus X. So from here now we can just substitute the value for H. Since from equation 1, we have that H is equals to 1.11x, so we substitute it here. So this becomes tan 40 is equals to 1.11x over 46 plus x. From here, we cross multiply, we have tan 40 times 46 plus x is equal to 1.11x, right? So now let's simplify this. So we have our value. So we get punch the calculator for tan 40, and that gives us 0.8390999631. We have less, so we have 46 plus x equals to 1.11x. Please don't approximate at this point. I always advise my students, when you have when you're looking for the trig function of any number, write out the full values you have. Don't approximate. You approximate your answer you approximate at the end. That is when you have your final answer. So we multiply this now times 46. This gives us 38.59858303. So plus, what we are doing now is we are expanding the bracket. So we have plus this number times x gives us 0.8390999631 is equals to 1.11x. So from this point, all we need to do is to collect like terms and get the value for x. 38.59858303 is equal to 1.11x minus 0.8390999631x. So simplifying further, we have 38.59858303 is equal to, so when we punch calculator, we are going to have a value 0.270900,369 x, right? So from here, we are going to x equals to 143.589996.5. So this is the value for x, but this is not the value for h. What we're looking for is the height. So recall, okay, from equation 1, we have that h is equals to 1.11x, right? So all we need to do from here now is to substitute in the value of x into the equation 1 and then get the value for the height. So this becomes, that is 1.11 times the value for x. So here we're going to have our h is equals to 159.38 meter. But the instruction says that we should calculate correct to one decimal place. So we're going to have the height is 159.4 meters. So this is the height of the pole as requested from the question. So viewers, see you in the next class as we move on to question number 9. Thank you for watching and bye for now.